Hello, everybody. My name is Jared Weathers. I am your co-host. I'm not the host for this show. I did want to come on first and say, if you're not listening to us on the podcast network, please do that. We're on iHeartRadio. But without further ado, let me welcome you to your host, Master G. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, you know how it does. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Every time I do a podcast, I always feel like I'm Conrad Thompson.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, let me tell you this real quick. It's pretty funny because I was expecting to do the intro completely. So when you started off, I'm a little taken aback. I'm a little flustered here. Gotta get my bearings back. That's right. You said this is Master G's show. This is the game room. We did an episode long time ago. Probably definitely over a year. No, under a year ago. I would say under a year ago because around the pandemic we were hot. We were on fire. We were doing
everything. Yeah, oh my god.
Movies, sports, games. But it's time to focus on one area again. We're going back to games, all right? Gameroom was a lot of fun for me last year, and we talked about a few things. We talked about my memories and a lot of fun stuff. But the important thing is that we need to talk about is how is your gaming going right now? What are you playing? What are you playing right now?
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get my branding shirt on real quick.
He wasn't ready.
There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
What are you playing right now?
Right now, playing a lot of GTA. Honestly, a lot of GTA 5. Yeah.
All right. Great point. Let's talk about that. You know, there's rumors going rampant around Grand Theft Auto, whether it be 6. Whether it be the next updates of online. What do you think? What is your feeling about Grand Theft Auto right now?
They're running it into the ground right now. Announcing that after the PS5 was announced and the Xbox X, the Series X was announced, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring GTA 5 to the new stations. Like, guys, stop it. Like, there's no need for this.
Somewhere in his dungeon, Todd Howard's like, yes, another group of people are doing my thing. Yeah. No, here's a little fact. This is crazy. So you realize that in this span of time that GTA 5 has been out, we've had 6 Grand Theft Autos released on previous generations. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, we're sitting here with GTA 5 like, yeah, this game's great.
Yes. Woo. Can't wait.
I'm gonna get my new yacht. I get one. Anyways, no, I enjoy Grand Theft Auto 5 just as much as the rest of America. But in all seriousness, it's time to stop. It's if you want to keep going with GTA Online as a separate entity, I'm totally fine with that. I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
But GTA 5 is literally 3 people that was done in like 2 weeks if you wanted to play it nonstop or not nonstop.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for more story.
Yeah.
I am currently playing Black Ops Cold War. Let me tell you something. My history of Call of Duty is vast. I've played every year in some way, shape, or form, and that started way back on the 360 back in 2006, 2007, with the release. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. With the release of Call of Duty 2. So and we're not talking about Modern Warfare 2 for you young kids out there. We're talking about the original Call of Duty 2. There was like a cut and paste multiplayer of like 6v6, no perks, no leveling system. Is just jump in, play a couple rounds, try to be the best in the leaderboard in that specific game. But moving on, I've played every year, and I mean this, no Call of Duty has ever sucked me into multiplayer more than Cold War these days. I don't know what it is, but I am sitting here as your champion with 7 prestige, on my way to 8 in about 6 levels, which I'll probably do today. I'm already almost done. Let me rephrase that. I'm already this close to completing the second battle pass, which just came out 3 days ago. I am rocking Cold Wars to the apple bottom jeans. Okay. And I'm enjoying it. If there's any game that you should jump into that's not, GTA, you should try Cold War because they got crossplay, and regardless if I'm playing on PlayStation, regardless if I'm playing on Xbox, regardless if I'm playing on PC, like we can do this game.
I have it.
There you go. We should play that. We should definitely play. I'll carry you. Don't worry.
Good. Yeah, I suck.
All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. We talked a little bit about what we're playing right now. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a few things newsworthy. All right. Since Gameroom hasn't been going on for very long, we got to talk about the biggest points. And one thing that's been still going on, surprisingly still going on, is CDProjektRed's misstep. We'll call it a misstep.
Sure, yeah.
With Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I'm going to go straight in for this topic. I bought Cyberpunk when it came out, and I played it on the Series X. So already I had a leg up with the competition, and I'm telling you, if I had a camera, I would be pinky up, promising you that I did not see nearly as many bugs as people were seeing at the launch. So for me, Cyberpunk was working. I didn't have much issues.
Right. Well, I think that's because you had the new system.
Right.
Whereas everybody else is still playing on the previous ones.
Right. So that being said, my personal opinion of Cyberpunk is going to be vastly different from someone running it on an Xbox One or an Xbox One X or even a PC. My opinion is going to be different because I did not see nearly as many problems as it is. That being said, I've seen the problems personally. They're hilarious. They're ridiculously funny. And a lot of people hate it. And I don't understand the hate. CD Projekt Red they have proven throughout their career that they pride themselves on quality. Mm-hmm. Not many people remember this, and I'm going to bring this up before I let you talk about CD Projekt Red, is Witcher 3's launch wasn't that much better. They don't do well with launch games. They fix them either immediately or over time to make it the best game ever. If you would have played Witcher 3 when it launched, you would understand why Cyberpunk runs the way it is. What do you think about it?
Because I didn't buy it, which I know I've explained to you before, but I'm going to explain to everybody else right here. For me, it didn't look that interesting. Which I got game shamed for last year, which I'm still kind of mad about.
It's the biggest game.
Yeah. Not in my opinion, it's not. But I have seen the issues. There's a streamer I watch, Pink Pistol 92, I think is her Twitch handle. And her game glitched. It lagged. It didn't look good. I think she was running off a PC, and it didn't look good at all. And I've seen, obviously the memes and everything about it, mostly of Keanu, looking like he did back in the Matrix days.
Mm-hmm.
Still does. Just with a beard now. He doesn't have that baby face, Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know them firsthand. I didn't buy the game myself, which I'm kind of glad about. Not only that I didn't find it interesting, but also because of all the issues that people are having on these last systems, which you can see in the background right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I it's not a game I'm gonna buy anyway, but.
Well, honestly, I feel for you on that one myself. I actually haven't played the game since launch week. Like I got pretty bored of it, and that's not. It's not the bugs, it's not the glitches. That's not even the hate that influenced me. It's the style of game. I rarely can get sucked into a game that's a first person RPG like Fallout and Skyrim. And it's crazy to me because now we're going to go a little bit into the memories.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. We're going to dip into the memories. We'll go back to news. Don't worry.
Of course.
But I did it with Call of Duty. So why am I apologizing for it? It's my thing. It's what I do.
So the whole show's based around his memories.
Yeah, I picked up Elder Scrolls Oblivion. So we're talking launch 360. I picked that up in like 2008 because my friend let me borrow it. He's like, yeah, I don't really care for this. I popped that disc in, and I proceeded to drop about 150 hours into it over the course of a couple months because, me, I'm a busy guy. But for me, a game like that's ridiculous. I can't believe I put that much time into it, but I'm happy because I love Oblivion. And then not longer after that, I went to my GameStop. I don't remember who it was, and I'm glad I don't remember who it is because I won't name drop it here because this one still pisses me off to this day. I walk up to my GameStop counter. I'm like, "What's Fallout 3?" And he's like, well, it's kind of complicated. And I stopped him. I was like, all I want you to tell me is that it's Oblivion with guns. And he goes, no, it's not like that at all. No. So guess what? I didn't play it for a year. Because that guy, that GameStop employee told me, nah, it's nothing like that, making me feel like I won't like it. So I remember a year later, it was like $8 for the base Fallout 3 title. It was $8. I picked it up, put that disc in, started playing. You know what I said?
What?
This is exactly like Oblivion with guns. And I took that game. I put the disc back in the case. I took it back to that GameStop guy, and I gave it back to him. I was like, I want to return this. And I want to buy that new Game of the Year edition that has all the DLC on it because yo ass last year told me that this wasn't Oblivion with guns, and let me tell you, sir, it is.
Let me tell you, sir.
Where's your manager? Anyways, so back then I was really into it. Like I played through Fallout 3, I played through all the DLC, I played through Oblivion, I played through all the DLC, and then I bought Skyrim. The holy grail, if you will, everyone's favorite game, the oh god, you buy it 17 times like Grand Theft Auto. you want to know how much time I've put into Skyrim?
2,000 hours, I don't know.
I have bought it 6 times.
Jesus Christ.
And combined all 6 times, I have played 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's different, but I couldn't get into Skyrim. Now we fast forward to 2017, 2018, and Fallout 4 came out. Now I'm same thing. I'm like, oh my god, Fallout 3 was so much fun. I can't wait to play that. Bought that game, 3 hours. I bought Witcher 3, 2.5 hours. See, it's getting smaller.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So fast forward to Cyberpunk, and it sounds great. We're going up to the release. I'm a little bit nervous that it might be overhyped, and boy, it was for a different reason.
Yeah.
Sadly, but I'm like, all I want is to be able to get into this game because I know I have the capability to play a game like this. I've done it. I've done it back 10 years ago, almost 15 now. I know I can do it. Did I do it? Hey, I played 7 hours of it. Woo!
That's an improvement.
That's an improvement. And I haven't played it since.
Nice.
So, having played the game, I will stamp my approval of you should still play the game.
Mhm.
However, still to this day, if you have a base Xbox One or a base PS4 or even an Xbox One S or a slim PS4, don't buy it. Rent it. Go to your nearest Blockbuster, Redbox. Don't look at me like that.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, Blockbuster.
Yo, yeah. That one all the way up in Alaska. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or your nearest Family Video.
Soon will be extinct as well.
Yeah. And just give it a try. But know this: if you're running an Xbox One X, PS4 Pro, or the newest systems, if you're lucky enough to have one of those, or both, you'll have a little bit more of a smoother time. You have a little more of a fun time. You'll have a little bit more of what CD Projekt Red was going for. And I am saying here, with my final thought about it, don't throw them in the grave just yet. They're working on it. Now, that being said, we're going to move on.
Sure.
Now, I know, as a GameStop employee, spoilers, guys,
Ooh.
you shop with me almost regularly, I would say.
Yeah.
And about 2 years ago, maybe 3 now, I talked you into a game because you gave me a little sprinkle of salt and pepper in my head to let me know that you're a big fan of Lego Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Yeah.
going to talk a little bit about Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga because we're still getting bits and pieces of the puzzle. We got a little bit of gameplay, what I would say about 6 months ago.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was supposed to release 6 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Um, are you still excited as much as long as it's been? Are you still excited?
This is probably gonna sound really stupid. I am really excited. I haven't been more excited for a game. I think except for this new wrestling game coming out.
Mm-hmm. Retromania?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
No, is it?
Yeah.
It's the one with all the independent wrestlers.
Yeah. Retromania. Yep.
Yeah. Those are the only 2 games I've been this excited for a extended amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to touch on something. I didn't want to interrupt you.
You're good, buddy.
The only experience I had with Fallout was New Vegas, and I hated that game so much. I didn't buy any Fallout game till 4 came out.
It's funny that you mention that because New Vegas is also my least favorite Fallout game, and I don't know what it is. My roommate, he still wants because I still own it. I'm a collector. I still have a copy of New Vegas hanging around. He's like, one of these nights, I want you to pop that disc in, and I will sit next to you, and I will help you get through the beginning because apparently. And I don't know how far you've gotten into it because I know I'm in the same boat.
I don't know.
Once you get to the fictional city of New Vegas, that's actually when the game like kicks into overdrive and starts sucking you in. I never could get to that because my ADHD brain is like, I want to explore, I want to do stuff. So I get thrown in the middle of the desert.
Mm.
And it tells me go whichever way you want, but also make your way over here. And I'm like, ooh, hotel. I get over here. There's a couple items there, and I get like 2 feet past there. There's like a decrepit, if I remember correctly, like a roller coaster park. And then I just stop playing. I don't make it to New Vegas. So he's like, you got to give it another chance, and I will at some point because maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need to play them in order. I loved Fallout 3. I just didn't care for New Vegas.
Yeah.
I
got to a town, and then it wouldn't let me do anything except for like walk around and talk to people. And I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" They're like, "Don't talk to me." I'm like, "What? I want to talk to you."
Where should I go?
So that I like put it down and I never played it again.
Yeah.
Like, this is stupid.
Yeah. No, it's definitely an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free, like, because I talk a lot. You can tell that. That's why you wanted me to host for you.
That's right.
Just raise your hand, and I'll call on you if you need to really, say something. I'm cool with that.
I feel
Um,
like I'm in school again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't go to the bathroom.
You in the back.
You can't go to the bathroom. Sorry, we're locked in. Um,
Good thing I
okay,
got a can. Bang, by the way.
not sponsored.
It's super good though, I gotta be honest.
Yeah. Um,
Anyway.
energy with a hint of cotton candy and a taste of racism. Anyways,
True. You can really feel that racism aftertaste.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Where's your Confederate hat? I know it's yeah. Look straight at it. Anyways, so I am not going to shame you even in a little bit because I'm the one that really talked to you about Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga because as a kid I started playing Lego games and I'm sure you did too.
Oh yeah.
And it's a fun part. Like I still, as a GameStop employee, still recommend Lego Star Wars, Lego games in general
Yes.
to any ages. You just started playing games, play Lego. Well,
Yeah.
why? Well, because it's super simple, but it can get complicated if you want to do completionist stuff. You can look through levels, or you could just blast through the game and play the story and see the credits and go, "Oh my god, I beat this game." You know, it's perfect for any age, any style of gamer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking forward to that game. If you haven't heard about it, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga is going to feature all 9 mainline Star Wars games or movies in game form, and which means for the first time we'll see Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker in game
As
form.
games. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm still excited for it. I'm sad only because they've been working so hard and so long on Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga that I am disappointed, and I'll explain why I'm disappointed. My favorite thing about Lego games is to find out what the next one is.
Yeah.
It really, like when they hinted in Lego Marvel Avengers that they were going to do The Hobbit, I was like, that's exciting. Give that to me. They put little hints in some of their Lego games, like their Marvel Studios, and it's fun. It's fun. If you haven't played Lego games, please do yourself a favor. You want my advice? Pick anything that's your favorite thing. Pick anything. You love Harry Potter? They got a Lego game about it. You like Jurassic World? They got a Lego game about it. You a Marvel fan or a DC fan? They got a Lego game about it. Anything you really want to give a shot that you're a fan of?
You like Indiana Jones? They got a Lego game of that.
They do. They do.
They do.
Even the best Indiana Jones movie ever made, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
True.
Yeah.
I think I saw that one in theaters too.
I did not get a chance to see that in theaters, and I'm kind of sad because I would have loved to see that in theaters.
I think that's why I like it so much, because I actually saw it on the big screen. I'm like, this is cool. I was also a stupid kid, but I'm like, this is cool.
I understand if you want to shut the stream off right now as a viewer, because we are shooting from the hip here. We are both actual fans of Crystal Skull.
I'm not even joking. I love that movie.
I actually really enjoy that movie, and I personally get offended when someone hates it so much.
Same.
Like, okay, I get it. It's not to the great quality that is the original trilogy, but it's still a good movie.
It is. Like, okay, like it's actually like based, like they're all kind of based in like a little bit of reality with like a lot of nonsense thrown in. But like the Crystal Skulls are actually like based in mythology from Mexico. So it's not like it's like completely out of there. I mean, it's based on something, you know.
No, that could never happen. Okay. Well, why don't you log into a computer anytime you want and just look up conspiracy theories, and I'm sure you could figure out that not only is this based in reality, but there are people that believe this is a real, like they are looking for these things.
Yeah.
They exist, people. Anyways, sorry, tangent. We're talking about games, not movies.
They kind of intertwine a little bit.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna swipe the counter off. We're gonna clear off our counter here of Lego Star Wars, CD Projekt Red, Call of Duty. We're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about Retromania because you brought it up.
I'm excited.
Retromania, if you haven't heard about this, is an independent game made with the original style of WrestleFest. Which, if you've never played WrestleFest and you're a wrestling fan and you're a gaming fan, you have got to play WrestleFest. Is it the best wrestling game of all time? No, but it's fun. And like he was saying, Retromania is going to have independent wrestlers, fake wrestlers, and also, I believe, they added someone into it. It wasn't New Japan. Was it Impact? They added... I can't remember who they added in. Sorry, I don't know everything.
You should.
But they added real wrestlers into it that you wouldn't expect.
They added Martian Thrasher.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they are. It almost looks like a better Legends of Wrestling.
Yeah.
And I like that series too. I never got to play the third game, but I played 1 and 2, and it itched the scratch the itch. It did what I needed to do, and that was play a wrestling game with legends. And Retromania just looks more like that. As long as it's not as difficult as Fire Pro Wrestling World. Holy crap, that game is hard.
I regret buying that game.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like it.
It's got Kenny Omega on the front and Kazuchika Okada.
It does, but I thought it was going to be a lot different than what it is, and I'm like, this is just way too much for me.
It's hard to believe that is the most popular wrestling game of all time. Series, let me rephrase that, series, based out of Japan. And I bought it for PC as well because they had a sale on it for like $15. And I plugged my controller in, and I had the exact same reaction as I did the first time I got it for PS4 is, man, these controls are hard to master.
Yeah.
It's not like a 2K game where you can just jump in and you're gonna choke slam the Big Show. Sorry, can't talk about him. Anyways,
it's Paul White now, sir.
Yeah. So Retromania is coming out, I believe, this week or next week for all consoles, and I highly suggest that you pick it up as a wrestling fan, or a sports fan. Now, speaking of sports fans, this revelation happened about a month or two ago, and that is MLB The Show is coming to Xbox. This is crazy to me. We're talking about a 15-year series that has been exclusive and built by Sony, and it's coming to Xbox. Now, I don't know about you. I'm not the biggest baseball fan. Like, I'll play a baseball game. I'll go to my local baseball team game and I'll watch a game, but I can't sit there on TV and go, "Woo, he hit the ball.
Woo, they're running."
I can't do it. However, I can sit down and enjoy a baseball game because I know the fundamentals. I know I hit ball, make it go far, get home run, get score. I pitch. I try to make him miss my ball. I get it.
Right.
Yeah. But it's just it's crazy to me that they're releasing on the Xbox. What do you think about that?
I honestly thought they were already on the Xbox. I didn't even realize that they weren't.
It's funny because if you pull up, you look on your computer and you pull up the cover art for MLB The Show on Xbox, it actually has in the lower right corner PlayStation Studios because it's made by Sony. Oh. Now, this is what upsets me is not many people know this, but Minecraft is actually owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So if it releases on PlayStation or if it releases on Switch, it has on the back of the cover Microsoft Studios on it. Not the front, because they don't care.
Yeah.
They're not advertising it that it's a Microsoft game. So for me, I'm a little biased. I'm an Xbox player, but I own a PlayStation, and I still play my PlayStation, so it's not like I'm that biased. However, when you do this kind of dirty, I'm a dick, I'm better than you advertising, it kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
I know it's made by Sony. You know it's made by Sony. You didn't know it was on an Xbox. You didn't know that it wasn't on an Xbox, but you know now.
I do.
Why? Why brand that as your game? Like, here's a little fact, and I love pulling up these facts. Did you know, as of 2015, 2016, Microsoft has been trying. I want you to sit back and think about this. They have been trying to give Sony the Halo Master Chief Collection to run on PlayStation.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Sony,
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah. Sony keeps saying, no, we don't need Halo on PlayStation. We don't.
Well,
but
yeah, I can see that.
But Microsoft wants everybody to be able to play their games regardless of the system that you're playing. So Microsoft is trying to extend the proverbial olive branch, yeah. And Sony's like, get that shit out of here.
No.
So who's the asshole in this? Is it Microsoft for being like, hey, we want you guys to play our games? Or is it Sony for declining?
Okay, all right. Well, okay, let's look at this from both sides, right?
Yeah.
I get where PlayStation is coming from. I mean, they have lots of exclusive games, which PlayStation was the first, but they were before Xbox, so they don't need the Master Chief Collection of Halo, which I'm sure we can all understand. But also, Microsoft kind of being like, "Hey, you're gonna let everyone buy our game." I don't know. It makes sense from a marketing standpoint. Like, hey, look, now you can get it on PlayStation, but also but PlayStation doesn't want it,
right?
So I don't know. It really depends on. Obviously, I'm kind of biased because I'm a PlayStation player, but.
Well, see, here's the thing, and I see more gamers from time to time being a worker there, and I can count on many fingers and toes how many times I hear from a PlayStation player that's like, the only reason why I would jump back to Xbox is for Halo. I remember playing Halo. So. Is it really that bad to have Halo on a PlayStation? Is it really the end of the world to let PlayStation players play one of the crowning achievements of gaming, not just Microsoft, of gaming with Halo? Could you imagine cross-play, progression, playing together on a Halo game on a PlayStation? I think that's amazing. That will probably never happen because Sony's a dick.
No. Well, Jesus, they just released information just 2, 3, 4 months ago that they're listening to all the PlayStation parties.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Sony, for everything good that they've done, are also kind of assholes.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know, man. I agree. That would be amazing to really have that cross-platform, party stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, PlayStation, for as much as I love PlayStation, I mean, it's on the TV right now.
Yep.
They're kind of assholes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're kind of dicks. So, it happens.
Yeah, you don't need me to explain my stance on Xbox versus PlayStation leading up to PS5 and Xbox Series X because it gets downright dirty. I am a neutral party. I do prefer my Xbox. I do, and that's okay. However, I am a firm believer that you should own both. That way you can play exclusives or play games with friends that don't have that system or that system. It is disgusting to listen and watch people fight tooth and nail Xbox versus PlayStation.
Yeah, I agree.
It's no hidden it's not important. It's not important, and the boss of Xbox, I can't think of his name right now. His name usually is on my mind all the time because he's always a guy that talks about public events and stuff happening in gaming. Phil Spencer, there you go.
Okay.
He is like, hey, congrats, Sony. You know, like when God of War came out, Phil Spencer went on Twitter and was like, this game is fucking awesome. I can't, like, you guys have got to get a PlayStation and play God of War. And I 100% agree. God of War is still a fantastic game to play through. But I don't see Sony doing anything like that.
No.
Not even a little bit. Not even as a tongue-in-cheek joke. They do nothing.
No. That's true. They don't.
So, if you're a Sony fan, are you a Nazi? Anyways, we're gonna move on.
Hey!
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra. What the hell?
Let's talk about that real quick because I'm gonna gloss over this this topic real quick. But let's talk about the rise and quick fall and still floundering Marvel Avengers video game. Have you played this?
Okay, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I might get canceled for this, for this opinion I'm about to have. Marvel Avengers is probably the worst game I've ever played.
Really?
I despise it 100%. And another game I regret buying.
Really?
Yes. I absolutely wish I had a physical copy I could burn. Yeah, that's how bad it is.
So let's peel the game back. When Marvel Avengers got announced, the style that they were going for is they were going for a Destiny style loot shooter with Avengers with the very what would I say? Very broken up story mode like Destiny does. And they were
they failed.
They did 100% because let me tell you something. The Hulk doesn't need gauntlets. He doesn't need to be customized. He doesn't need anything that they gave him. And yet they thought that this was the most popular thing that was ever going to hit last summer. Let me tell you something. It's not. Now, I will give it credit. It's no Anthem. And it's still going. And I would say, personally, I would suggest people play through it. Not pay full price, but play through the story mode because it's actually a pretty unique comic book style story. If you can find someone else that's playing it, if you can find a friend that's playing it, play it together because it's a little more fun when you play in co-op. Just a little bit. Play through the campaign. That's all I suggest. Don't get sucked into the events. It's not worth it. Please, for the love of Christ, don't get sucked into microtransactions. Do not. Not even a little bit. But I'm not going to spoil the storyline here. I want to point out that the one good thing that game did is it has a really good story. That's it. And I am also in the same boat as yours. I'm also in the same boat as yours. I I've struggled to finish it. I don't think I've finished it. I don't want to really finish it, except for the fact that I want to see the ending of story, and I don't want to spoil myself by watching someone else play it because then that's boring. I paid the money.
30 minutes of it, and I'm like, this is dumb, and I switched back to Fortnite or something. I'm like, no, can't do it.
Can we bleep out Fortnite whenever it's mentioned? Because I would love that. I would love that.
No.
Just every time, just edit it out. Just act like you're saying fucking or something.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I need something I can just get lost into, and that's the game I can get lost into. I can't do that with GTA. I got to be focused on GTA.
I got a funny story for you.
Oh,
going back to Cold War, they just dropped a zombie style, like big map, almost like Warzone game mode called Outbreak. And it's actually pretty cool. Like, I've been playing a lot of it. It's very long. See, we got another agreed person about bleeping it out.
Tony agrees. Of course, Tony agrees.
Unsurprising. How's Tony doing today? Okay, all right. Two different spaces there. How's Tony doing? He's an asshole. Anyways,
that's right. That's how he's doing. He's an asshole.
So with Outbreak mode, it's heavily influenced by Battle Royale. Now, Outbreak for zombies for Cold War has no PvP. It's just PvE. But Warzone, obviously, is Battle Royale with zombies in it now. So I'm trying to get my my significant other into Warzone because big Fortnite fan, and I want to break that hard. I want to break that very hard to get out of it. So we played Warzone. Shout out. Anyways, we played Warzone for the first time. And I give so much flack. I'm like, oh, you're the Battle Royale master. You play Fortnite. You're going to jump in. You're going to do this. Actually did better than me. Not by much, but actually did better than me. However, there was this one game that we played. We dropped in. I got killed immediately. I want to say I got killed immediately.
Nice.
And was on the way to pick me back up. Was getting ready to pick me back up. Got cornered by 3 guys. And turned around after dying, looked me in the face and went, "You can't build in this one." I'm like, yeah. I accidentally pressed the button to build. And it didn't build, Brandon.
No.
And I'm like, yeah. You can't do that.
That's right.
You can build a wall.
Yeah, sure.
You can build a wall with your little riot shield, but other than that, like, no, you can't. So that's a funny story for today.
That's
play Cold War.
play Cold War. Actually, so I did want to mention, the wrestling game I was talking about was the Wrestling Code Virtual Basements wrestling game they're making.
Oh, I see, and I have not heard about that. What belt? Anyways.
What belt? Oh, you want me to get my belt? I'll get my belt.
Well, I'm sure you'll give him that belt, the one that's wrapped around your pants, holding them up right now. Mm-hmm. You're gonna whip him. Anyways.
Boom. Anyway. So Virtual Basement is making a wrestling game called the Wrestling Code.
Okay.
It will have matches like a gauntlet match, slobber knocker, lumberjack, first blood, I quit, all these ones that WWE doesn't have.
Exploding barbed wire match.
Definitely not that one. That'll be the AEW game. Definitely be in the AEW game. They have a Virtual Basements game has like Dalton Castle. Hold on, I'm trying to look at the roster here. They announced some of it, not all of it, but some of it. So far, I know it's like Dalton Castle. Oh, here we go. Beer City Bruiser, Connor and Victor from WWE, not going by those names anymore. Bull James, Cheeseburger, who doesn't go by that anymore.
Really? I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, he changed his name. Grim from Grimm Story Show is going to be on it. I don't know why. It's weird. Jeff Cobb, Kenny King, JTG making his return to wrestling games. Yeah. I think they're going to have Shad in here too.
I was about to say, at least they have one of them coming back.
Yeah. Shad Gaspard, obviously, he passed away. Very, very sad still. It's very hard to talk about him. Zach Gowan's going to be in the match or in the game as well.
Well, that's going to be hard to code.
Yeah.
He's gonna show up halfway.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna go to hell. Matt Taven, Matt Seidel, Leo Rush. Man, I'm excited for Leo Rush, man.
No wrestling game is ever going to be complete without the greatest wrestler ever, Maven. We need Maven in a game again.
Is Maven even a wrestler anymore?
Probably not. He got hit so hard upside the head with that chair shot that Undertaker gave him and was just out. I retire.
Yeah, true. True.
I want to be a wrestler so bad. No, you don't, boy.
No,
God.
The Bushwhacker is going to be in that game too. The original Bushwhackers, not the WWE version, the hardcore wrestlers are going to be in it. Yeah. There's a lot of people going to be in this one. Alex Shelley,
That's pretty cool.
Bull James.
Definitely not the game that I was thinking of. I thought it was Retromania, which is still a good game that you should check out personally. Are we really doing promos on a gaming show?
Apparently, yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, so we're gonna move on to memories specifically. We're not gonna jump into another game. We will have more news for you. I have one more topic that I want to talk about before the ending of the show, because we're getting close to the hour mark.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about memories.
Okay.
Now, this might be a hard topic. I might change the topic, but because I'm so into Call of Duty right now, do you have a great memory of playing Call of Duty, whether it be campaign, multiplayer, buying it from the corner store? What do you remember? What's your greatest memory of Call of Duty?
This is gonna sound so bad.
Oh no.
So when I bought Modern Warfare 2 for the first time,
there you go.
I never knew about the no Russian mission. No one told me about it.
Oh.
So when I got to it, I didn't get it when it came out. So I got it like a few months after it came out, which they took it back and put in the do you want to play this mission section? And I didn't know about it. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, whatever. Like it was gonna have bad words or something in it.
Yeah,
that's stupid. And then, little to my knowledge, if you don't know about this is gonna take a really weird turn.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, oh, what does it have the F word in it? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stupid kid. I'm like, yeah, let's play, let's do it. And then all you hear is Makarov saying, "No Russian kept alive." I'm like, what are we doing? Get off the elevator. You're in an airport. I'm like, oh, we're going somewhere. Then all of a sudden, everyone starts shooting. I'm like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah,
it was very odd. But that's probably like one of my favorite memories, which is kind of weird. But
hindsight is 2020. Did you know? You probably know now. It's been over 10 years since that game came out. Yeah. Did you know that you don't actually have to shoot in that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
You can choose not to.
Yeah.
But most people, tapped into their internal rage and was like, yeah, I'll kill every person. Yep. You probably went back to that coffee shop for the guy that was hiding, didn't you?
Well, I will now, but I didn't. I will now, though.
Yep. That's pretty good. I remember that was a big controversial thing. And little do people know, they were trying to top that in last year's or now 2 years ago's Modern Warfare, which they didn't. I understand what they tried to do. They were trying to do the I can't remember the actual name of it, but the Highway of Death in Iraq.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be really controversial, but me personally, I didn't have any feeling to it. It didn't bother me. Like if you wanna shock me, if you wanna make me go, ooh, I shouldn't play this, let's do Vietnam, like legitimate Vietnam, or let's do war crimes. Let's do something that makes you feel like I should not be doing this.
Like the No Russian mission.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because you know that Call of Duty has to do something to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Because there was a span of time there where people either didn't buy it or they bought it specifically for multiplayer, which I personally think is sad because as I said earlier, I play every Call of Duty and I play through every Call of Duty campaign. You know what my most favorite campaign of the last 5 years is? Infinite Warfare.
Really?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Infinite Warfare. You know, the least liked Call of Duty of all time.
Yeah. Add my list. Add my name to that list too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like
that
very much.
That campaign is fantastic. And
Disagree.
if you haven't played the campaign, you got to go back and play it.
Disagree.
You can disagree if you want to. It's my show, though.
I know, but I still disagree.
Infinite Warfare's story was weird in the beginning, but when I figured out what they were going for, here's the thing, and some people that are watching this that may have played Infinite Warfare or watching the replay of this show that's played Infinite Warfare, you'll understand when I say, when they mentioned that it was supposed to be World War game in space, that's exactly how it feels. It feels like somebody put Call of Duty 4 in low gravity or no gravity situations. And I liked it. I did. It wasn't like Black Ops 3 that was futuristic for no reason. It wasn't Black Ops 4 that was futuristic for no reason. It wasn't. No, Advanced Warfare was the start of where it still felt grounded in reality. But yeah. So me personally, I'm still a passionate defender of Infinite Warfare because number one, if you're a zombies fan, that has the most unique zombies maps ever, and that compares to all the Black Ops zombies. So if you're getting into zombies now, go back to Infinite Warfare and try those zombie maps.
But first, go to World at War and try those zombies. And try the Notch Deer Toten.
Oh yeah, I mean World at War is where it started.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The best one still.
Cold War is getting there. In all seriousness, Cold War is getting there because that map is in Cold War, as renamed as Die Machine.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yep, and it's fantastic.
I'm gonna try that.
So we are going to lead into the last topic of today, and I thank everybody for watching so far and listening. It's a big year. It's a massive year. Nintendo is going to be on top because they are celebrating 2 big anniversaries this year. We are celebrating the 35th anniversary of my favorite franchise, The Legend of Zelda. And with a big reveal yesterday, they are still celebrating the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. And they just announced the remaster, the remakes, the updated versions of Diamond and Pearl coming to the Switch later this year. Now, I don't know how much Pokemon gaming you have done or still do or secretly do. We don't talk about it. It's fantastic. Are you excited?
So,
The
last time I played a Pokemon game was on my No, I didn't have 3DS. I guess it was the Nintendo Lite, the DS Lite.
Yep.
Or no, I had a 3DS, not for very long, but I did have one. I played Pokemon Platinum. That was my last Pokemon game I played.
Ah, okay.
But I liked it. I enjoyed it very much.
Then you should be excited because Platinum is an offshoot, is a special edition of Diamond and Pearl, which means the last Pokemon game that you've played, they're remastering. Think about that.
Then.
You might have to buy a Switch. I'm actually kind of surprised you don't have a Switch, to be honest.
I never really got into Nintendo. I don't like the Mario stuff. I'm not a huge fan of Zelda. The only thing I like is Pokemon, and even that's been really dragging for me lately.
No, I understand. I get that. That being said, because it's my favorite franchise, we are going to talk about a little bit about Zelda's 35th anniversary. They're doing a little light right now. I think they're trying to plan out what they're going to do this year because, let's be honest, 2020 sucked, and that was supposed to be the big deal of Mario's 35th. But here's the craziest thing: 2020 wasn't actually the 35th anniversary. It was supposed to be 2019.
Oh yeah.
So they already kind of messed it up, and they were trying to do the best they could, and I think they did. They released Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury about a month ago, and whether you're a Mario fan or whether you're not a Mario fan, like Jared, which is fine, you can have your own opinions, bud. It's okay.
I like the original Mario game from.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
My personal opinion is 3D Land and 3D World is probably one of the most easy to get into Mario games ever, because at the end of the day, it's still point A, point B, try to jump on top of a pole and beat a level, but it throws in the 3D plane where you can go anywhere you want around this map to get to that point B. And you can do it as explorative as you want to be, or you can just do it as the way you want to do and just beat the game. It's fine. It's cool. However, they also released 3D All-Stars, which was really cool. They combined Mario 64, Sunshine, which a lot of people love Sunshine. I don't know why a lot of people love Sunshine. It's not one of my favorites at all. And then Mario Galaxy, which I learned to like. I had to learn to like it because Galaxy is definitely polarizing. But it's now the Zelda 35th. And right now, it is the end of February, about to become March, and all they've talked about, all they've said, is Breath of the Wild 2 information is coming, and boom, we're getting Skyward Sword HD for the Switch. Now, like I said, Jared, now that you've mentioned that you're not a big fan of Zelda, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to talk a little bit about Zelda because my logo is Zelda.
It was on the Game Boy.
Huh? What?
The first and last Zelda game I played was on the Game Boy. That's how long ago it was.
Oh my God. Okay, you're gonna have to learn today. Anyways, let me give you a little bit of backstory about Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword was made for the Wii. I'm going to start talking faster because I want to break this off at around the hour mark for you. Skyward Sword was made for the Wii. It was very polarizing because it added motion controls to the point of one. What do they call it? One motion, where you move your arm, you move the sword. However, it was the Wii, so that wasn't actually that accurate. In a game where you had to be accurate, where you swing at enemies in a specific way to kill them. That being said, a lot of people hated Skyward Sword because of that. Me personally, though, I've always seen the potential for it because the storyline for Skyward Sword is that it's the origins of the Master Sword. Which, if you don't know what that is, Jared, that's the cool sword that he swings.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. So me personally, I have been begging anyone that would hear me, including Nintendo, for the last 2 years, to please port Skyward Sword. So I was...
Nintendo, can you please port Skyward Sword, please? Thank you.
Yeah. And here's the thing is that what's really cool, and this might be something you could play, even though you're not a Zelda fan, you could give it a shot. They're actually adding a control scheme to it where you do not have to use motion controls at all.
That's good.
So that's going to be unique, and for people that really hated the motion controls, like in general, not just because they didn't work, but because they didn't want to swing their arm, you can play it without motion controls. The point that I'm trying to bring about this is all they've announced for the 35th anniversary so far.
So far, yeah.
Right. And if you look at Mario, they released like 3 or 4 different games. They released merchandise. They released a special edition Switch for Mario. Like they've done so much. And here's a little secret. Zelda is actually more popular than Mario in most countries.
Really?
Yes. Surprising, I know, but it's true. So they know Zelda is something that will sell rapidly and to rabid fans like me. So I'm going to reach into the next and final part of MasterG's Gameroom, and I'm going to predict.
Oh, here we go.
My predictions for the Zelda 35th anniversary is that we are going to get ports of Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, whether it be separately at $60 a piece, which, ouch, but I'll buy it. I will do it. Or they will combine them on one cartridge for $60 total for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess because they were already remastered for the Wii U. I know we don't talk about the Wii U, but it happened. And they were great. Yeah.
Did it happen?
Yeah. They were great ports because they were upscaled to HD, and of course they used the Wii U gamepad, which is probably the best thing that the Wii U ever did. Is they gave you what the Switch could be, or what the Switch will be.
Yeah, true.
But that's my prediction. Is we are still very early in 2021, which is the official 35th anniversary year. Not the fake one like Mario was last year. And I think they have a lot in the barrel before, because let's be honest, what if this is it? What if? How, even as a fan for me and not a fan is for you, a 35th anniversary of anything, here's one thing. Here you go. How would you feel?
One thing for 35th anniversary, I would probably have to kill somebody.
Yeah. Underwhelming to say the least.
Yes.
But we will talk more in the next episode of MasterG's Gameroom about the Zelda. Yes?
I have a prediction for the Skywalker saga of Lego Star Wars.
Oh.
We won't get it until 2025.
Well, you heard it here first. If it gets delayed even more, Jared is going to be right.
That's right.
Now, we're going to, like I said, we're going to do the outro on this real quick, but I don't know when the next time we'll do a third episode because I live a busy life and you have a lot of podcasts that you like to do. I don't know if you still call them podcasts or not anymore, but you're still doing a lot of things. You got a lot of fingers and a lot of poontang pie.
I stream now. Did you know that? I stream now.
I did know that.
Yeah.
I did know that.
I did. I'm on Twitch now.
You won't stop talking about it.
That's true.
Plug it away there. But we will definitely do another episode of this at some point in which we will have more news for you, more memories, more topics, and more fun.
And maybe even a guest.
Maybe we'll have Shigeru Miyamoto. Can you get that? Can you do that?
I don't know who that is.
The what?
Who is that? What?
Shigeru Miyamoto. That's the creator of Mario, my friend.
Yes, I didn't know that.
Okay. All right. And that's where we're going to leave it today, guys. Thank you so much for joining my my show here. I love talking about video games. I'm appreciative that Jared shares the love of video games and lets me do my thing.
Of course.
Jared, take it away.
So you can find he's over here now. I moved you a long time ago.
Yeah.
You can find Master G on his YouTube channel It's Master G, right?
Yep.
Or no, it's Spike Nather, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is, Spike Nather. So go follow go subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's free. Did you guys know that? It's free on YouTube. That's amazing. Is there any? Are you on Instagram yet? You should be on Instagram.
No, I don't do Instagram. I'm not much of a social medias guy. I have a Facebook. You can at me on there, bro. As for plugging my YouTube channel, that's a conversation for another day. I don't want to get into it right now because, like I said, we're doing the outro. But I would love to revisit YouTube at some point, but that door is closed. So please subscribe if you enjoy listening to my sultry voice and you want to see me play video games. I have tons and tons of almost a year's worth of content on there that you can go back and watch. But at this moment, I am not making new content because of various reasons. But please support me if you can.
Yes, go subscribe to him. I will link it down below after we're done here. You can find me on Instagram at Jared Weathers YT. Obviously, you're watching this, so this is my YouTube channel, Jared Weathers Official. If you're watching on Twitch, Jared Weathers Official as well. Trying to get everything branded, pretty close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you want to follow me on Twitter, Jared Weathers O on Twitter. I don't know.
I'm gonna buy out WCW and compete against you.
Damn right. I am working. I'm working on lots of different things. I'm currently working on my second part of the NFL documentary. I'll take a break from that, and I'm going to start working on a brand new Big Brother video because I really like doing that. And of course, subscribe to SVBW. That's where I do all my wrestling. Chosen One. That's where I'm currently at. So go subscribe to that as well. Weathers Media Podcast Network is on iHeartRadio now. I don't know if you guys heard that
That's pretty big.
It is. It's huge. It's huge.
And let me tell you something. I'm also going to plug you on there because let me tell you something. I heard about this. Jared's trying to keep it a secret. But for any new subscriber to the Weathers Media Podcast, you're going to get a $19 Fortnite card.
What?
Trust me, viewers are gonna love that. I'll show you after the show.
Okay, but I don't. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so confused now. Anyway,
yeah, you should.
Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He's a good dude, I promise. He's not an asshole like I am. He will be featured in the wrestling documentary I'm doing, which will come out probably next year, since I'm doing lots of other stuff anyway. And he might even show up on a stream or two. Go follow him, please.
Maybe. Never say never.
True. Is there anything else you want to plug before we get out of here?
Now that we talked about the YouTube channel, I will plug that just a smidge because we did a lot of projects last year that either didn't pan out or they're still in the works. I know you mentioned something about you want to feature my YouTube channel in a video, which I hope that's still going good. It's probably pretty vast. I'm
trying to find all the best parts of all your videos, and it's taking a while.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Somebody's got to try. One thing I wanted to bring back up just for shits and giggles is cheap marks.
Yeah,
cheap marks, man.
Will be happening again. I have a couple people that are really into that, so definitely keep your eye out for that.
I love doing. I love talking wrestling, and I as you know, we featured me on several of your wrestling podcasts because of who I am. And if you don't know who I is, you better find out. Yo, what's up, dude? You got to find out. Trust me. Check out Cheap Marks. It still exists. Jared worked pretty hard on a mini doc for me, basically talking about the WrestleMania streak from The Undertaker. I know we're going off on a tangent here, but if we're gonna plug, we're gonna plug far.
Oh yeah.
It's been over a year.
Yeah, Cheap Marks podcast coming back. I promise you, it's coming back. Can show you some love. Thank you so much, man. Hey. I don't know if you followed yet, but if you aren't, follow and subscribe to him on YouTube. Also, show some love on YouTube, guys.
Yep. But thank you for giving me the platform to bring back Gameroom, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you joined real late, he's going to have it reposted so you can check it out. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Well, dude, awesome.
Cool.
Glad.
But yeah, no, thank you very much. Go ahead and send him home.
Thank everybody for watching and listening. I love all of you, even though I don't express it well, because I am a Gen Zer.
Shirt stays on.
Anyway, Spike Nather on YouTube, Cheat Marks on YouTube as well. Go follow both of those. I will be putting a list up here very soon on that as new content. And I believe that's it for right now.
Yep.
Tune in. I don't want to say next week. I don't know. I will put on social media the next time we do one of these. So
we will do another. I promise.
Yeah.
We will do another. I love talking about video games. I love talking about wrestling. We'll do more stuff together. More collaborations.
Oh yes. Lots more collaborations. I love collaborating with everybody.
Oh yeah.
And of course, if you want to start a podcast, I'm the guy to go to because I have like 5 of these things now. So I'm doing so much.
You're gonna need a podcast Infinity Gauntlet.
Dude, I swear I'm like Conrad Thompson at this point. So many podcasts. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Check us out. Weathers Media Podcast Network, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts at, that's where I'm at. Have a good day.
We out.